What's up, guys? It's your boy Plus coming at you live with another video for your face. And literally, this just happened 2 minutes ago, and I had to stop playing immediately and just literally get the recording going on. But I can't believe this. I've just got a magical chest, and of course, a lot of you guys obviously know. Like, I was playing yesterday, and I had this, come through, and it's just weird. I think Supercell has listened to a lot of people basically speaking about how they got nothing in return for actually playing the game, because a lot of the chests that you used to get back in the old times, they were a little bit rubbish, to be honest. Like, you really didn't need them to perform. And I guess this is now something that Supercell is doing. It's obviously upped the amount of magical and super magical chests that it's actually given out every time somebody plays or every time somebody wins. And this is actually, I can't even explain enough. This is the best thing that could happen in this game, because what you would notice is that a lot of the arenas were getting really hard, and actually what that did mean was not necessarily that the game was changing or something. It was that a lot of the players who were playing were getting fed up. Now, if you spoke to a lot of people who played this game before, a lot of these people would tell you the same thing, and that is that the game was so annoying or so frustrating that after the last few games, they just put the game to one side, and a few days later, they uninstalled the game. Well, most people would not uninstall because they don't want to lose their activity records, but the problem was they weren't coming back and playing. So you find that a lot of players that you played in the higher leagues actually just got better with no reason. And this was because a lot of the, crappy players that kept losing in those higher arenas, they kept leaving the game. So, for example, I was in Arena 8 for a little bit, and I can't get back into Arena 8. It's like somebody's put a VIP access on Arena 8, and I just can't creep back in anymore. But this is really nice. Supercell is giving back to a lot of the people that actually are playing the game, so it is fun. And of course, look, you can see right there, that's the Arena 7 super magical chest right there, and that's the Arena 7 what's it called, magical chest, not the super magical. These names are so funny. Let's have a look at some of the okay, let's just Cannon Father. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at what happened right before I actually got this super magical chest. Now, this was where I got the super magical chest yesterday. This is the game. Let's go ahead and watch that and see exactly what happened. And this is a game against level 8. And of course, again, the weirdest thing is I play the level 8 and I beat him, and then I got the super magical chest. And then this time around, I got a level 8 again, and I beat him after losing to a level 9. And then I got the magical chest. So this is the deck that I'm currently running. A lot of you can see, obviously, it's now a poison deck, because this is what a lot of people are actually using now, because it didn't get heavily tweaked. And the cards in my deck don't really seem to have been affected that much. I mean, obviously the stun for the zap, a lot of people said it would really affect the game, but it's not really affecting me, because I use the stun in the zap really to take out troops that I really, really, really don't want to deal with, like hordes and things like that. But again, the benefit of having the poison over the musketeer, because that's all I've changed in my deck, is just remove the poison, put in the poison and take out the musketeer. The benefit of that is that you get to handle like a group of troops. So for example, where you have the wizard and the bomber, you could drop the poison and it will deal with those two together. Or for example, this, you could never drop a musketeer and take out all these, minions in one go. But this right here, this is necessary, because, after this, if you didn't have like the right troops or what I have right here, I'd have to drop my fire spirits to take out the minion horde. But I get to keep this now that I've got the poison in there. And again, I'm still running this deck. I'm still learning with this deck. So, of course, it is not easy for me. And one of the biggest things I really hate whilst running the Musketeer in my deck is the Valk. Everybody seems to run the Valk, and the Valk can be a problem if you don't have the right counter for her. So obviously the easiest thing for me to do at this point is just to switch to poison, because I know I could deal with the Valk from like a ranged attack or something like that, and it's easier to work that way. Now again, remember, disclaimers here: if I do taunt somebody, it's not necessarily me being unsportsmanlike, it's just me being childish, because it's a game, it's supposed to be fun. This guy, at some point, I think he left the game, because you can see at this point he just kind of left the game at some point. And this is where I got the super magical chest. This guy just left the game, and boom, there you go, that's the win. And of course, at the end of that came out the super magical chest, and I was really pleased. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the next game where I got the other card from. I lost this game. Early morning loss. And then I played this guy. This guy was really, really good. He was good, but well, again, for some of you guys, probably not that good because you're like super pros, but I'm not. So anyway, this is what happened. He dropped his goblin barrels. Of course, with the zap, I got lucky because I set the zap around here, and then of course the edges just took out the goblins. He takes out my troops, sends in the Hog Rider. This is so annoying, the Hog Rider. I mean, they've got to do something for the Hog Rider. Of course, I'm doing the Galadon right here. If I don't like a troop, I complain about it till somebody deals with it. But, of course, this was really, I was really happy with this because the bomber was able to hit the tower and the pecker at the same time. So that was really cool. And that really did bring the health down for that tower. And you see, it's just a small mistake sometimes that can make the biggest difference. And again, you see, this is the biggest thing I keep telling people. The Valk is like, it's everywhere. The Valk is something that everyone seems to be using at the moment. And it's just, I don't understand why that's like, there's no round the world treatment for the Valk. You've got to have a deck that you can drop that just literally, if you have something that takes out the Valk with no problems. Of course, I know a lot of you guys are going to go, well, minions. But of course, if you use the minions, then somebody can drop arrows. They can drop a zap. They can drop like archers. They can drop, they can drop like multiple things. There is like a fireball, and it's just too much. Like I think if you can have a card that does like a fireball deflection or like projectile deflection, then that would be really good because then obviously, people can't just counter stuff so easily. But of course, it's going back to what I said about if I don't like a card, let me go ahead and like give some reasons to kind of like get the card banned or like get the card removed. But that's not the right way to play the game. You've got to learn to do better. But it's not easy when you're losing to cards like that. You just kind of get frustrated, But anyway, so this game carries on, and I dropped the goblins in front of the peckers to kind of like, allow the goblin to allow the pecker to hit the goblins instead of hitting my wall breaker, because the wall breaker kind of saves you a little bit right there. And this is where the problem starts right here, because I gave him the opportunity to kind of take out the tower. I didn't think about the goblin barrel, and this actually extends this battle a little bit longer than this battle needs to be. So of course he is not going to drop the protection down there because he knows that the poison's going to take it out. And I have to go ahead and take out this tower instead if I want to win this game. It's a very difficult game, and it's a very tricky perspective at this point because obviously look at this. He's got the P.E.K.K.A coming in this way. He's got the mini P.E.K.K.A. He's got so many troops. I don't even know how he doesn't have an elixir pump. And yet look at how much elixir he seems to have. He has enough elixir to put all this crap down. That's 7, that's like 4 or 5. I don't know. Like there is a lot of elixir being used here. Don't know how he has all that stuff, but of course, can't really complain. I win the game. So at this point, I'm happy with the damage that the giant is dealing over there. He seems to like this, goblin barrel in the back approach, because it's really what he uses to kind of get people. I dropped the giant a little bit early here, get a hit on him, and then I dropped the wall breaker because I know I need the wall breaker. And then check this out right here. This is the funniest thing. Fire spirits to distract that guy over there. Unfortunately, the wall breaker doesn't fix up on the tower itself. The wall breaker tends to focus still on the P.E.K.K.A, but it's a favor at the end of the day because I needed that, all those hits right there. And I didn't have anything for this guy, but of course he put all these goblins together, which is, again, it's a good thing because if he didn't, I would have been stuck. But right about now, he has no troops on this side. He has that P.E.K.K.A approach on this side. And this time I thought, well, I'm not going to let him get away with it. And, I keep on distracting the P.E.K.K.A, and he doesn't have a chance to swing at the giant. Drop the poison spell. It looks like it's all over. I think at this point, hey, if these guys get to my tower, I am so Scooby-Dooed right here. But I've got the poison, and I've got the fireball and the zap, and I dropped that. And then from that came out the magical chest. So, of course, guys, listen, if you are not playing Clash Royale right now, dude, get back in there and play a couple of games because it seems like Clash Royale is spitting out magical chests. It seems like they're spitting out super magicals and magical chests because they've heard a lot of people and they're trying to give something back. So probably if you play a little bit, because you guys know I played like what? I didn't play a lot since yesterday after the update, and then I finally got playing, and I've just noticed that they are trying to give magical chests and super magical chests to people that haven't had legendary. So if you've never had a legendary, or if you've never actually bothered playing long enough to get a legendary, my advice to you right about now is to go back in and start playing the hell out of this game for the day, and you probably will get a magical chest. At some point, it's most likely that you should pick up something like that. Of course, it doesn't come with a plus guarantee, of course, but I'm just thinking out loud here that if I've got two magical and super magical chests in total over the course of 4 games, well, guys, let's not waste our time not doing the maths, but it makes sense. You got to get in and start playing. Anyway, this has been your boy Plus. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter right now, because I've got a Twitter handle that I want to get people to show some love to. And that's 17D plus. So 17DPLUS. And I will see you guys on the next video. Of course, there is going to be videos coming out every single day at the moment. I have been on multiple holidays over the last couple of days, and some journeys for business. So of course, like I have there's some kind of vloggy material that I would like to show you guys, but of course I haven't done any kind of face reveal or anything like that, and I'd like to keep it that way. So of course I am trying to cut some of the scenes on the blog material to make it more anonymous, but once I've done that, then of course at that point I'll go ahead and show you guys some of that material. And I have the most interesting journey ever from Moldova to Romania in one of the old school trains that you get, that they actually have to stop the train at some point, and they actually have to change the wheels on the train. So it's really interesting stuff. But again, of course, as you guys know, it's not like I've been down and out. I have been a little bit busy, so of course I haven't been able to upload a lot of Clash of Clans videos because I've been busy. And we've lost a load of ores in Clash of Clans, and of course it's because the clan has had a lot of inactive players that have gone away for holiday, or people that just have lost interest in the game, and we have had to kind of kick those people out over a small period of time. So we have done that. And of course, we are looking for players in Clash of Clans, but of course, we're not looking for inactive players, and we're not looking for people who are not able to war. So you've got to be very, very careful if you're coming to, join the clan or anything like that. You do not want to come join the clan if you do not know what you're doing in Clash of Clans. Anyway, guys, this has been your boy Plus. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, because that's how we keep the content coming. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.